I was told in no uncertain terms by the government that if we hired anyone who was not a permanent resident of the United States, had to have either a green card or a citizen, that I would go to prison. A few years ago, the Biden administration decided to sue SpaceX for failing to hire asylum seekers.
Just picture having your whole wealth, prestige, and potential prospects on the line and entrusted to staking on a novel that might change the world or be a complete disaster. This is exactly what Elon Musk has done over and over again. Whether it comes to building electric cars or planning interplanetary colonization, many of Musk's projects appear to be bold steps. But what makes a man risk all for those audacious dreams? Are these risks deliberate planning, or are there underlying motives? What would you do for your dream to come through? Can you imagine the feeling of staking your entire worth on a single idea? The current battle between Elon Musk and the Biden administration on SpaceX's recruitment policies present a complicated interaction of business, regulations, and politics. The problem began when the U.S. government filed a case of discrimination against SpaceX for not providing jobs to asylum seekers. At the same time, the company was warned that recruiting personnel who were not legal residents may cause legal issues for SpaceX. This created a confusing situation. When Musk was informed that he could end up prison in case he did not hire asylum seekers, this shows that there is a discrepancy with how the law works to affect entrepreneurship. It still has not been explained why SpaceX is in the center of this legal controversy. Instead of using other large companies as subjects of discussion, the government decided to focus on SpaceX, a company which is active in space technologies. Even Musk himself is bewildered why SpaceX is the subject of focus at the moment. He claims that it may be so because SpaceX is not a unionized company as other powerful business entities that fund various political leanings. These comments by Musk also have a deeper problem with the regulations of the United States. According to him, a plethora of rules which he defined as legislation has an unintended impact of reigning on all forms of legal actions, thus causing confusion to business entities. According to him, such laws as those which are too many in number and those which are in contravention with each other are not good for the progress and development of societies. Such a state of affairs is not merely an indication of legal insecurity. It reveals trends and issues in the contemporary regulations and how they are framed and implemented. On a personal level, Musk's frustration with the current political and social climate has been intensified by his own experiences. He has spoken about his personal loss and his belief that a cultural shift he calls the woke mind virus is damaging rational debate and ethical standards. This issue affects both his personal life and his work with SpaceX. The clash between SpaceX and the government is part of a larger conflict between progressive policies and innovative businesses. Musk's dedication to pushing boundaries while dealing with these regulatory challenges highlights the tension in modern American society. His story raises important questions about how to balance fair and consistent regulations with the need to encourage innovation and progress. The key question is, how can we make sure regulations are fair and clear while still supporting new ideas and technological advances? Are we creating a system where innovative ideas are held back by outdated or confusing rules? Musk's situation encourages us to think carefully about these issues and how we can improve our regulatory systems to better support the future. In the context of the professor's reflections, Elon Musk's challenges with regulatory frameworks and his relentless pursuit of innovation add a compelling layer to the discussion about knowledge, consciousness, and human progress. The clash between Musk's SpaceX and various government entities illustrates a broader conflict between progressive policies and innovative businesses. This conflict is emblematic of the tension that exists in modern American society between maintaining regulatory standards and fostering an environment conducive to groundbreaking advancements. From Musk's efforts in pursuing innovative solutions within the company's automotive and energy sectors, it can be seen that the idea of balancing innovation with challenges that come along with increased regulation is not an easy task to accomplish. His activities, from the Apollo missions to eco-cars, are regularly in conflict with the old standards and procedures. This tension is not only for Musk but a social problem, and the author demonstrates it through his writing. It brings to the fore pertinent issues regarding measures to safeguard the regulations so that they remain fair, clear, and profitable in the promotion of new knowledge as well as technologies. The professor's idea over the human consciousness and existence also touches on this topic. Similarly to how Musk struggles with the limitations of old bureaucracies, the professor hesitates at the old ideas about consciousness that limit it to neural patterns. These two cases raise the question of how people need a better understanding of complex systems, especially when it comes to regulations, philosophy, or cognition. Musk's case leads to more general considerations about how society thinks of invention. The main issue, which arises in this context, is how do we create rules for regulations that would foster new innovations without containing them restrictively? Has this process inadvertently led to the formation of barriers that hammers on the progress because of fragile and ambiguous rules? This question echoes the professor's discussion of how reductionism hinders the understanding of consciousness, and one can extend the same logic to the current paradigms of regulation or any other systematic organization. Some parts of this existential quest coincide with what the professor experiences and of course with Musk's, as Musk sets visionary objectives in technology and space research. So, does the professor with the objectives of changing the boundary of people's knowledge in human consciousness and morality. They both are aware of the sojourns that are disruptive of the status quo and whose purpose is to reveal the hidden truths. Political contributions, particularly his support for Donald Trump, it becomes evident that Musk's actions are rooted in his broader vision of the future, a future that he believes requires significant and sometimes controversial interventions. Musk's support for Trump, though controversial, is framed not merely as political endorsement but as a strategic alignment with forces that Musk perceives as critical to advancing his ambitious goals. His establishment of a political action committee, or PAC, aimed at supporting his vision, is a calculated effort to influence political outcomes in favor of policies he believes will facilitate technological and societal progress. This strategic approach underscores Musk's broader philosophical stance that the pursuit of progress and adventure often necessitates navigating complex and, at times, contentious political landscapes. In these discussions, Musk's emphasis on adventure and innovation stands in stark contrast to more traditional notions of contentment and stability. His approach to life and work reflects a deeper existential drive, one that prioritizes transformative achievements over personal. Another trend noticed by Peterson and Musk is that as societies become richer, it is possible that they might become increasingly fixated on hedonistic aspects as opposed to focusing on the matters of meaning. Such a change may endanger the process of competition for ideas and minimizing future risks and problems. Discussions over collective morality and assessment of what is important for the society still goes on, as it embodies the themes of wanderlust versus domestic felicity. For such characters like Musk, and whose works reflect a struggle for achievement of more and more, be positive and sustainable in the future. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and comment.